I think we're in the clear.
Hope so.
We've been bringing survivors
When they're
here.
not strong,
Here, where?
we'll be their friend.
My guys have
We'll
converted
help
some
them.
subway cars into a shelter.
Carry on.
It's safe.
I'm fine.
Personal space. Okay, I get it. Let's go. Oh, come on. Who's the dipshit that closed this?
Who's the dipshit that edited
Sorry,
this?
we're gonna have to go around.
Hey, what do you know about that monster?
Ooh, hell squid.
Wait, hang on. I want some snacks. I want some apricot gummies.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. What do you know about that monster pack of ramen in there? Can I just bite into that hole and regain health?
But it's no zombie. It knows what it wants and won't stop till it gets it. Don't you like that in a man?
No thanks. He's all yours.
Hey, wait a minute. Was no smoking indoors a thing in the
Promise you.
90s? I don't even remember.
I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service.
I'm going to assume so.
Are you kidding me? Are you
I mean, I guess
fucking
this is a
kidding me? You
maintenance
guys are
area.
like
Maybe they wouldn't
awful.
want
Whoa.
fire hazards.
Look, you don't have to trust me, but I'm going to the shelter.
I mean, there's one right in front of us right now. He's smoking hot. To the touch.
Come on, it's this way.
Like, what are we gonna do if he doesn't cool down? Like, Carlos is one spiced up fella. He is one heck of a dino bite. The redone haircut on that couple of scientists.
Oh man, I can't miss the debate between Dr. Light and Dr. Wily.
I know, we're gonna really light up the night in Raccoon City this evening. Oh, I love all these posters. I love set
They're so
dressing like
good.
this in games. Oh my god, look at that.
Oh, how did I miss that?
There he is. There's our man. There's our bad box art man. Our mega man. And his gut.
This fine young lady could use our help.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask fine young lady her
You know, I
name.
did hear that Resident Evil had a crossover with Left 4 Dead. I didn't think Bill was in this game.
RPD special
Shit, he does look like Bill. Or does Bill look like him? Because
Something
did he look like this in the original version?
It's Jill.
It's me.
nice to meet you, Jill. I am UBCS.
I'm gonna go look this up
Platoon
now.
leader Mikhail Victor. My team was sent here to rescue civilians.
Gotta say, Mikhail Victor, you sure do have a 90s as hell name. A 90s action game as hell name. What are you, from Die Hard?
Isolated. Most of the 100,000.
No, he looked a lot younger on
wind up
PS1.
dead. Correction, undead. My platoon has suffered serious losses. Just keeping them alive is more than I can manage.
Should have taught them safety switches first.
Corporate overlords for that.
Yes. Well, we are doing all we can. If we can get this subway train moving, we can evacuate some survivors. But we need help. My men cannot do this alone.
Have you seen a walking trash bag around here? He seems really strong. He could power this train all on his own.
All right.
He can be like a Bethesda train.
But I am
Yes, mount it on his shoulders. Wear it like a hat. Like Carlos's hair.
Same thing.
Thank you, Jill.
All right, Super Cop. Here you go. We can use this to stay in contact.
I know what a radio is.
I love that he mansplains a radio to her.
First things first. We need to get you
He
geared
can't help it. It's the type of person that he is.
Find supply.
That's kind of what I like about Carlos, is that you could tell he didn't do it because he's the type of person he would. He did it because he's the type of person who has a naive, good heart, who would explain things just so that everybody understands the situation. And no other masculinity-based reason. The problem is that he looks like the pinnacle of masculinity, so it's easy to misjudge the guy. What?
Yeah. Apparently, actually, according to Jill's voice actress, Nicole Thompson, I think her name is, her replying that she knows what a radio is was like kind of an ad lib she came up with to just add more tension to the scene.
That's wonderful. That is a wonderful ad lib. I think it adds a good amount of character to both her and Carlos there. Adds a little bit to their new dynamic. I think. I feel they're... So, one of the things that they did change in Resident Evil 3 between the original and the remake, folks in the thread will correct me based on how utterly wrong I am about this. I like the characterization of Jill and Carlos in this game. It's very 2010s, 2020s game, and not very 90s game, if you know what I mean, in how they treat their characters, you know? But back then, Resident Evil was still pretty progressive about gender roles and all that stuff, I feel. I mean, hell, Jill's a veteran of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, look, it's a copy of They Killed Him.
I read that last month. It was okay.
I'm looking forward to the new edition when they finally reveal who... Oh, what's up, Carlos?
Me again. You topside yet?
Working on it. So what's the plan?
The old tanks got me.
Man, I love the reflections on these posters.
Infrastructure back online.
And how do I do that?
Let's start by restoring power. I'll navigate you to the substation once you hit the main road.
Copy that. Let's do this fast.
Wait. Reactivate power at the substation. They're just unleashing us on Raccoon City? We could just hang out in Raccoon City?
Yep.
With all these crafting items from the previous games returning, including the boxes with the tape on them and everything. So this is like those little parts of RE2 remake where you could wander the streets and there were dogs and stuff until you got to, you know, like the orphanage, for example. It's like that, but bigger and more?
Well, bigger, yeah. Anyway, here's a basic lesson on crafting. You can put 2 gunpowders together to make more ammo, and you can combine herbs to make combo herbs, I guess?
You can make green and greens.
Or green and reds.
No, it's red and greens.
Oh, you're right, I'm sorry.
You gotta make sure to combine them in the right order to get the correct chemical mixture.
Anyway, that box over there is locked, so we'll come back for it later, and here's a weird looking doodad.
You know what? Boy, this sure is a Resident Evil game.
It almost looks like I could get this working if I plug in the right... whatever it is.
What a Resident Evil game. That's locked, so we'll come back to it later. And hey, here's a weird looking doodad.
Also, there's some hip pouches here because I got some DLC that basically unlocks all of the post-game unlocks.
Holy hell!
So I'm gonna take the hip pouches, but I'm gonna leave the toys in there alone.
Yeah, we may want to leave those in the toy boxes. Are those going to appear in every one that you open?
Yes.
Good Lord, Capcom, that's terrible. That reminds me of Resident Evil. Resident Evil. That reminds me of Dead Space 2's DLC, which just dumps 30 weapons and suits from Xboxes and PS3s and PC pre-orders into every store you use for free. Oh, it's insane, and it clutters the whole store up. They did that for this game? Oh no! Why does that say hot dogger? Wait!
Don't worry.
I recognize that hot dogger. That's the knife that we unlocked for Joe. Why did Joe give that to Jill? That's Joe's spirit knife. The hot dogger lives on.
Well, we'll talk more about the unlockables in the post game, I guess.
I can't wait to
actually see Jacobs. I can't do it. Never mind.
I can't wait to find out how Uncle Joe is canon to the Resident Evil HD games universe.
Look, somehow that hot dogger made its way down south.
I didn't know that was what he was into. Oh boy, this got a lot more serious than the jokes we were making all of a sudden.
Here!
ChaosArgate, I didn't know that we were playing Dead Rising. Teach us about the art of quick steps, why don't you?
Okay, well, I talked about it briefly last video, but yeah, press R1 while moving and you'll do a little lunge. And then if you do to escape an enemy's grab, you'll just go into bullet time. You
enter
press. Now that is how you don't dodge. Also, when you're being grabbed, you can mash buttons to try to mitigate damage. I think the prompt said X, but you can basically just hit every button to do it to break out.
I was gonna say you enter a state of heightened awareness that allows you to avoid the zombie's jaws clamping around your neck and clavicles, but I suppose sometimes it doesn't. It takes a little bit of the human element too to avoid damage in a game like this. The dodging, however, is not new. The dodging is from the original game, in which it was a new mechanic, and it worked about the same way, save for the slow motion.
It was also a lot worse in the original game, because I'm pretty sure you could dodge into a different enemy's lunge.
Yeah, it only gave you very, very limited iframes, as opposed to here where it turns you completely incorporeal.
I don't even know if it gave you iframes in the original version.
You mean the alley that's on fire?
Maybe. Surely a tall drink of water like yourself can put out a few flames.
Fuck you.
We turned off the sink in the last video, our only source of water. I gotta say, it's too bad the rain cleared up. Otherwise, this problem would have solved itself. Like, if only it would have kept raining in Raccoon City for like 6 more hours. So let this be a lesson to any of you who don't like the police. When they put up barricades like that, they fall over just that easily.
Just push them over.
And hey, if you don't like the police, make sure to aim for the red barrels. Police don't like those either.
Not
Wait,
particularly, no.
wait, we're the super cop in this situation.
Yeah, don't think about that too hard. I want to say the original Resident Evil 3 codified red barrels being explosives when you shoot them, but I don't actually know that for sure.
It's cool. We won't have to.
Either way,
We won't have to worry about any explosive barrels while we're taking cover inside of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria here.
Yeah, this is Moon Donuts.
Oh!
yeah, this is the donut shop.
Oh, tasty. No, this is Moon's Donuts. This is I think it's a different chain from Moon Donuts.
I feel like we've seen somewhere this could go.
Yeah, in our pockets. Nice.
I was gonna say on eBay. or into that nice jeweled brooch that Chris got as a like 5-year stars, assignment present for her, like the first year you get a sapphire, second year you get a ruby, 5th year you get an emerald, and you can unlock the magical treasure box in the stars office that gets you the infinite rocket launcher. They have really weird ways to honor their people at the Stars Academy.
Honestly,
I'll say.
I prefer them doling out the infinite launcher through seniority instead of nepotism.
It was all decided by Chris and Wesker. Chris and Wesker duked it out via fisticuffs to decide the methodology. Speaking of the methodology, the actual police here didn't seem too effective. So, you really are a super cop. Look at you.
Yeah, well, I try my best.
I mean, you are just blasting your way through this. When I watched those LPs of Resident Evil 7 and 8, I kind of assumed that you were living the dream, right? Staying in character as Ethan Winters. But it turns out that you're just that motherfucking squirrely in every game you play. Every game that allows you to be the spry fox. You take that chance. And good on you, brother. It's a fun as hell way to play games like this.
Hell yeah, it is.
Just checking.
Always make sure the corpses are downed.
I mean,
and, not gonna come back.
I'm the Dead Space LP guy. I am the first one who will tell you to stomp the bodies just to make sure. Even if they haven't moved yet, they may in the future because who the hell knows. Hey, thankfully, Tony Hawk here had you covered. In the dark here, all of these flannel shirt, jeans, Converse, sneaker wearing zombies among Raccoon City, they just all look like Tony Hawk wannabes to me.
I want to point out that you did a special knife move. I don't remember what the input is for it, but you did the stab and then like backstep thing.
I don't know how to do that on command.
Yeah, so
I feel like it's like a Super Smash Bros. Smash attack. I think that's what happened. I want those donuts.
oh, forget that Mr. Everywhere or whatever his name is in this one. Those Moon's Donuts actually looked pretty damn good. That justifies Moon's Donuts' existence. I like that you had to walk through Moon's Donuts and see that they have a nice, clean operation before you got to see the donuts that they make there.
Hell yeah. That's how you know they're legit.
That's what I was gonna say, that's how you know they're quality. These is quality donuts.
Okay, so here's the manual for how to operate the subway direction. But you know, there's no power right now, so we gotta solve that first.
Well, first we got a flaming hot Cheeto to put out. Carlos is one spicy fella, and we need to turn the hose on him. My attraction to Carlos may be shining through in my commentary in this Let's Play just a little bit. I'll try to rein it in from here on, I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't look at the donuts again.
Was it what was it? It was Visceral's last game, I believe. Battlefield Hardline. That had a call-out button for donuts, where you could point at a box of donuts like a counter-terrorist enemy, and your character would be like, "Delicious donuts spotted! Damn, those are some tasty-looking donuts!" In all of their operator voices.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm pretty sure one of them was Roger Craig Smith, so you could hear Chris Redfield talking about how excellent the donuts were. Oh, speaking of excellent.
Unfortunately, we'll have to come back for it.
Oh, what? Do we need some kind of goddamn... What do we need, some kind of lock-breaking mechanism in a Resident Evil game? Nonsense,
Yep.
I say.
So just to talk real briefly about like our weapon choice here, the knife that Jill has, I don't think it has it. You could do the same like glitch from RE2 Remake, where the higher the frame rate you play at, the more frames of contact you have with the knife and enemy, and thus more damage.
You can no longer instantly kill enemies using your vibrating high-frequency blade.
Yeah, the knife is considerably weaker this time around.
Well, you know what it is we're back in the 90s when high refresh rate monitors didn't exist, so you can't exploit them anymore.
Yeah. I believe, though, if you do
What do you
play
mean, yeah? Holy shit! Look at this car crash! Like,
yeah.
No, stop and look at stop and look at the car crash! I just love the way they modeled the city. But anyway, yeah, the knife. They did in fact fix that bug. It doesn't do that anymore. I'm sure the speedrunners are mad about it.
I'm told that the modern update to Resident Evil 2 Remake retains that glitch if you play in high frame rate mode.
Huh.
Which I'm pleasantly surprised by.
I gotta say though, I don't know which I would have preferred versus the two games. Like, we may compare the two games at various points because they're very comparable during this LP. I'll start us off. I don't know if I would have preferred you knifing that guy 15 times in the penis or shooting him 15 times in the penis like you did. Both of those seem like poor choices. Those are both bad things to do to that dude. He seemed like he just worked here. Hey, what you just got was a crit shot. You're getting a bunch of them.
Yeah, crit shots are a thing in this game too.
Yeah, anytime you see that explosion.
I genuinely don't remember that, but it's very clearly visible. Huh.
It's okay, I forgot about them too until like I got my second or third one in this playthrough.
It's one of those things that just fades into the background. It's never really mentioned, so you never really acknowledge it. It's like counter hits in Dark Souls, how they have like this big bright ass green spark that you never notice till someone points it out to you, like C. Jacobs in a Resident Evil 3 Remake LP. And now if you go back and look at any footage of Dark Souls, you'll see giant green sparks everywhere.
I may have to go look at some Dark Souls footage after this.
My bad. Sorry, homie.
Can't believe he's done this.
Oh, speaking of giant green sparks, it's really green inside this store.
Anyway, what I was trying to do here was a strategy from I like in RE2.
Jeez.
In RE2, I find it most effective to just shoot a zombie's legs for until they stumble and you can just get by. That's less so, or less effective in this game because zombies have way more health and I feel like they stumble, or they take a lot more to stumble.
Oh, they're very resilient. They are very resilient in this game, and I kind of like that. You end up, thanks to notes like this, ChaosArgate looked at the code earlier, so we've already been to the final location for this safe, but if you didn't know it was there, you'd have to go back to that store, and that zombie that you shot inside the store in the penis 40 goddamn times, because Jill just has it out for the guy apparently, he may still be alive and scare you again. I like that. It's an open world game, so I think it's okay they gave the zombies a little more health. You feel that's fair?
Yeah. Anyway, well, now that we've opened the safe, we have a dot sight for our gun, and we can enhance it.
Oh, we can get tactical.
Hell yeah.
What is this real? Hey, everybody in the thread and the comments, get really mad about how real this gun may or may not be. Always, you always do this. Always the barrel right at the screen.
Is it CJ's time to get upset about that instead of me?
Oh. I can't wait till he picks up the shotgun. I can't wait. Because I know the cone. I know the cone, and I'll have the cone right at my nose. I'll be able to smell the buckshot when he picks it up. I'll be able to smell the seafood from that crab shack. I want to eat at half of the restaurants in Raccoon City before it got exploded by nuclear hellfire.
I know, right?
Can we just say, by the way, it is kind of an inevitability what happens to Raccoon City itself, but, you know, the various inhabitants of Raccoon City, their fate is still completely deterministic, isn't it, ChaosArgate?
Yeah.
I'm sad you didn't go for the barrel, but good on you for preserving it for later. Always preserve your resources. You never know when you'll be back.
Anyway, here's a shortcut back to the fire hydrant, but there's a little more over this way that I wanted to go check out. Mainly, I just want to see if I can get some damn crab.
I'm mildly upset by the name of that toy store.
I was about to mention it if you didn't. Why in the hell is it called Toy Uncle?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Yep, there it is. There's Toy Uncle and its terrifying collectible mascot. I miss Mr. Everywhere. Mr. Everywhere was a better mascot. You should just let this fire burn that toy store to the ground.
No, we'll be going inside of the toy uncle. Don't worry.
That you shouldn't phrase it that way. You know, but usually the toy uncle goes inside of you, I guess. That's how you end up in the emergency room. Hey, what's that? A pair of
cutters.
What?
Bolt cutters.
A pair of bolt cutters in a Resident Evil game? What? Oh, now you can dual wield them.
Yes. One of the perks you can unlock from in the post game is just getting the bolt cutters and another tool early, just so you can sequence break.
Is someone in here?
First of all, that's really cool. Second of all, it is a tacit admission that Capcom has a fetish for bolt cutters. I'm glad that they finally admitted it. Good on them. They're a very effective gating tool. You see what I mean?
Yeah, that guy just comes up too if you make a second trip in here.
I told you.
Just wanted to demonstrate that for the crowd.
The zombies have longevity in this game, and it's really cool. That old trick where you just stab them in the butt, it doesn't work anymore. Once again, like Dead Space, they can play dead. And they do.
Anyway, before we move on, we're gonna go clean up with the bolt cutters real quick.
Yes, sirree. Hey, you know what? They are breaking new ground in this one. They are breaking new ground in this game from 1998. You can use the bolt cutters in multiple locations instead of them being single use.
Yeah, so we can get the shotgun now.
We can get the what gun now?
The shotgun.
Oh yeah, you said it the right way the second time.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, baby. You know he wants to examine it, but instead he's gonna magnetically stick it to Jill's back first. You know what? She's got a holster. Presumably it sticks to the holster somehow. She mastered. Oh, it's got a strap on it. You know what? I never noticed that it sticks to the shoulder strap. Fair enough, game.
Anyway, let's try it out.
Ooh, that is a bendy neck on that officer.
It's really bendy now.
Now, I'm gonna say the shotgun in this game is relatively satisfying. It's relatively satisfying as far as video game shotguns go. Thank you for not pointing it directly at my face. I guess you're waiting until you're safe. You're waiting until we think we're safe to do that. Oh, now ChaosArgate, you have a perfect way to handle this encounter.
Ooh, hey!
Whoa, ho, ho! Hey, it's the box art guy, or was the box art guy.
Looking a lot less like the box art guy now.
Anyway, there we go. That takes care of that with only one bullet each. And we got a hand grenade. Hand grenades are real good in this game. You should, if you're playing along, I highly suggest saving them for real big encounters, we'll say.
Well, what I was going to suggest is that you used one there, but you improvised with the explosive barrel. Saved your ammo, and that's kind of what I like about this game. One thing I wish they did just a little bit more of was allowing you to improvise solutions to scenarios like that, you know, where, hey, there's an explosive barrel, and you have a grenade, so you could have used either method. It was up to you. I wish they did more of that. This game's just not big enough for opportunities like that, and it kinda stinks. The only downside about it, in my opinion. Only one.
The toy uncle buys old toys. They're like a GameStop of toys.
Ooh, umbrella noodles.
Oh, we have moved beyond thieves.
Also, there's another fancy box in here. Let's go play around with that.
I will never move past beef.
Nor will I. Nor will I. But I do gotta say, umbrella noodles is it is a suitable replacement. I mean, it's probably got all of the nutrients that one needs to live a healthy daily lifestyle. I could probably eat Umbrella's nutrients day in and day out and enjoy it. Probably. I probably wouldn't even vomit after the second or third time. There's my endorsement for Umbrella Noodles. They're $1 for a reason.
I don't like that tomato. Yeah, we bought.
I don't think
it's gone now.
I was gonna say I don't think we've talked about the map in this game yet. If you open the map, you can see which rooms you've cleared out of items by seeing which the ones that are highlighted in blue, and the ones that are red still have stuff to look at. So if I look at the map, or if I stop to look at the map frequently, that's why, and I apologize in advance.
Oh, it's nothing to apologize for. There actually was an entire Resident Evil game where you had to very frequently pause in order to do things like manage your inventory. Good thing you don't have to do anything like that in this game. It sure does sound really tedious to have to pause every 20 to 30 seconds to manage your inventory. Surely no video game could ever make that a seamless process that's actually quite fun. Wait. How the hell did you do that to your shotgun? Ah! You transformed it from Elmer Fudd mode to elephant mode.
Wait, we had to do this again?
Once wasn't enough, I guess.
I remembered that I didn't actually point the barrel straight down the camera, so.
It's tradition, I guess. I guess at this point it's tradition. And yes, all those staples from Resident Evil 2 Remake return, marking off the rooms and discarding key items when you've used them, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Hey, here, before I mention something about that clock tower puzzle, such as it is, do you go pick up the other gem, the third gem?
Yeah, we will pick up the third gem, but we cannot get it until maybe another 30, 40 minutes or so.
I will mention it then. In the meantime, I'm a member of STARS.
Come on, don't look at me like that, all right? I'm not infected. No, wait, please!
Ooh.
What the fuck?
He was infected.
He might have been infected.
Oh, stars, this soft. No wonder so many of you dead.
And what are you, UBCS, killing your own people?
That's not what it stands for at all. Do you know what an acronym is?
There's your sense of self-preservation. Go back to the subway station. I don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
Well, that was a depressing way to end the video. Boy, ChaosArgate, I can't really think of any jokes to make in the last 30 seconds like we usually do because how much of a fucking bummer that was. Rip that guy. Rip Brad Jr.